Welcome to Yoga with Summer. Today's class is a total body yoga practice. We're going to get a really nice deep stretch, work on hamstring flexibility, hip flexibility. It's going to feel super good in the body. So if that sounds good, grab a mat, find a flat space, and we'll get started. We're going to begin in child's pose. So toes to touch, knees wide. We walk the arms forward and then come to lying down, forehead on the mat. If for any reason the hips feel a little too tight, you can always bring those knees in a little bit closer, just enough space to make room for the torso. And we might find some micro movements, maybe rocking the third eye on the ground, side to side, or swaying through those hips. It can also feel nice to tent up onto the fingertips, lifting the wrists up off of the mat as we stretch through the arms. And then releasing the palms down to the mat, let's press the hands into the mat so much so that we sink those hips even closer to the heels, lengthening the spine. Let's settle into stillness. Rest the elbows, the forearms down towards the mat. Feel heavy in your body. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale out. Let's do that one more time. Breathe just in a little bit deeper. Feel your side bodies reach out towards the walls of the room. Inhale. Long, slow exhale, melt into the ground, coming into your practice. Let's continue lengthening the breath here in through the nose, out through the mouth. As we lengthen the breath and slow the breath down, likewise we soften the body. Relax the body. Soften the mind. Slow thought. So the breath is a tool here. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. With an inhale, we'll gently rise to tabletop position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. With an inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round and curl, cat-cow. Continue this movement back and forth, creating space along the entire length of your spine. And notice where it feels really good. Notice in areas of your body where you feel tension or tightness, and just start to explore how it feels to be in your body today. You might even notice how you feel emotionally, mentally, as well as physically. Just doing a little check-in. Inhale, neutral spine. Let's take a reset breath in and out. Deep breath in, reaches the right arm to the sky. And then exhale, right hand between right wrist and right knee for thread the needle pose. Coming down onto the side of the face, you might choose to tent up onto left fingertips, pressing to the left hand and using them as a pivot point to really stretch through the midline of the body. The head is heavy, it rests on the ground. And then see if you can smooth out the breath here. Sometimes it can be a bit challenging to breathe in a twist, but can you still take a full deep breath in and out? Think about pressing out at the top of the right hand. Let's plant the left hand, come back through center, flip the fingertips to meet the knees. And we're going to reset one more cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round and curl, stretch to the fronts of the arms. Flipping the palms, right away we inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, left hand between right wrist and right knee. Come on down to the side of the face. It can be nice to tent up onto right fingertips, getting a bit more leverage. Press into the hand, both hands, the back of the bottom hand, and the palm, the fingertips of the top hand. Settle into the twist and breathe. Nice job. Let's plant through the hands. Coming back through tabletop. We're gonna tuck toes under, lift hips high, downward facing dog. Spread the fingertips wide, gaze at your toes. Tilt your pelvis forward, sending tailbone high, and reach long through the arms. Neutral through the neck, and just pedal out the feet. Sending one heel to the ground as you bend opposite knee deeply, and then switch sides. Getting a bit more space through the backs of those legs as we warm up the hamstrings. Let's slowly look towards the hands and take 2 big steps up, forward fold. Hip width distance apart with those feet. Opposite hand, opposite elbow for ragdoll. Chin reaches to the chest. Think about shifting your weight to your toes. It can be nice to go from heel to toe, kind of easing in and out of intensity. Heavy through the head as you relax here. Feel the spine long, reaching down towards the earth. Feel sensation in the backs of your legs. And then take a deep breath. From here, let's release the hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. We're gonna step the left foot out to the left edge of the mat and step right foot back. Big time, all the way to the back, coming down onto that back knee for lizard lunge. So flipping the back foot down, you can stay high onto the hands. You can come on down towards those elbows. Wherever you can comfortably rest for several breaths here. Might even be nice to release chin to chest, giving in to the pose. And then think about sending your breath to all those tight spaces. Where do you feel this pose in your body? Breathe into it. Oftentimes in deep hip openers or deep stretches, right, it's not so comfortable. So can we breathe through discomfort, knowing that this is temporary? Like all things in life, this is temporary too. And inhale, we come up onto the hands. Tuck back toes under, and we're opening up into wide leg fold. So toes click to the right edge of your mat. Let's interlace the hands behind the low back here. And then exhale, arms forward, bow through the chest. Reaching the hands up and overhead. Tilting pelvis forward, tailbone high. We shine the thighs back behind us. Nice deep stretch through the legs. Linger here a bit, breathing deeply. Taking a pause in this pose. Gently release the arms down to the earth, and we're going to take it to the back side of our mat. So lizard lunge back here, coming down onto that right knee, extending back leg behind you. So we're going to come down to a comfortable place. That means the hands or the forearms, knowing that one side might be different than the other, and that we should never force ourselves into a shape, right? Allow ourselves to meet ourselves on the mat where we are. And just breathe into the space where we land. We have several deep breaths here to drop in. Think about the breath as it moves in on that inhale, that expansion, creating space in the body, opening things up. Releasing tension. Notice if you can soften your face a bit. Tucking back toes under, we're going to rotate all the way to the front edge of our mat, walking forward into pyramid pose. So now we have left foot forward, right foot's behind us. See if you can step that right foot in just a touch. We stay high onto the ball of the back foot. At this point, you might need blocks, or you can come a little bit higher up onto your knee, maybe even tenting up on those fingertips. Think about sending the right hip point forward as you draw left point back, and then exhale chin to chest as you fold. Continue to send your weight forward, staying high onto the ball of the back foot. And then breathe deeply here. We're going to hold this pose a little bit longer to really get the most out of the stretch as we can. Just let yourself settle in. Face is soft, relaxed. The breath is smooth and deep, inhales long, and exhales out slow. Just a few more breaths here. Let's take one big step forward and one big step back, coming into the other side. Remember, you want a slightly shorter stance. Stay high into the ball of the back foot. Both toes are facing forward. And it's a wide stance. We don't have both feet kind of in a line. Step hip width distance apart for balance purposes. When you're ready on an exhale, release chin to chest and let go. Think about sending left hip forward, right hip back, evening out through the pelvis. Let's take one more breath here, fully in and fully out. Take two big steps, or one big step rather, with that back foot into Malasana. So toes out, heels in, heavy through those hips and hands through heart center. The thumbs brush down through the midline of the body. Elbows pushing, encouraging the opening of the hips and the knees outward. And just take a couple deep breaths here. In fact, let's take a collective breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Beautiful. Coming on down, we roll onto the back. And immediately bring those knees into the chest. Gently rocking side to side, releasing low back. Slowly opening up into happy baby, reach for the outsides of the feet. Glue your tailbone down to the mat, chin to chest. Let's take a few deep breaths here, reaching the knees towards the armpits. softening feet down to the mat. We drop into our final resting point, Shavasana. We're just gonna give those hips a nice release. So we knock knees together, and then the hands come to the low belly. Taking these final moments in practice just for stillness. Your only job here is just to breathe and be with your body. Knowing that oftentimes, right, we want to rush through this part of the practice because we think it's not very productive. But rest is so, so productive. And it's such a gift. So gifting yourself these moments, and I'll pull you out soon. All right, bringing hands to heart center for Anjali Mudra. Pausing here, just noticing how you feel in your body. Bringing awareness to how it feels to be in your physical form right now in this moment. Thumbs to third eye. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining today. If you liked this practice, please remember to like, subscribe, let me know how it went in the comments. I know this is just the stretch that I needed in my body. It feels so good. So I hope you all have a beautiful day. See you next time.